Let's get this done. Good morning. It's 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, February 8th. My name's Chris Johnson. It's another beautiful morning. Just did a little bit of calisthenics with these 8-pound dumbbells. Today's subject is being a man. This is basic as you can fucking get it. Being a fucking man. I realize lately, I don't really have many men in my life. And I need some men in my life. I need men. Usually, whenever you make a statement about everybody, you're making a statement about yourself. There's a little trick. There's a little bit of self-help for you. So I'm putting on an ugly face. I need to actually become a man. I do. And back to the ugly face. It's comfortable. And notice how I'm always doing that thing that chicks do. Yeah. Doing that thing that chicks do. Or they just like being fucking chicks. Hiding, masking, like being a chick. Yeah. Me, I have a lot of endocrine I have an endocrine system. I have a whole endocrine system in my body. Endocrine system is it's a fighting word. It's a fighting word, is what it is. People don't, for some reason, are scared of it. People are very scared when you use the word endocrine. People are scared. So what is the endocrine system? There's a bunch of glands. Your body is full of glands. Oh, gross. It's like aliens. Aliens have glands. Humans don't have glands. That's gross. And these glands, they secrete chemical messengers. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah, that sounds like alien shit. People fucking hate learning things. People hate learning things. Women hate learning things. They don't like to learn words. Women. See, you got another fighting word out of me. Women. So that's another fighting word. What's a woman, right? That's a loaded term. Woman can mean lots of things. It could mean you're assigned female at birth. It could mean you choose to be a woman. It could be any number of other things. It's a loaded term. Loaded terms are often fighting words because they mean a lot of things. The endocrine system is an aspect of your physiology. It's how you work. It's how your body operates. You have an endocrine system that has glands that secrete chemical messengers that tell your entire body what the fuck to do in every situation. You're made out of you're made out of hormones. Your entire system. All of the different 12 systems of the body or whatever, all of them work independently. They have independent functions. And when they need to work together, they use these glands that are all around your body, and they secrete little chemical messengers. It's gross. It's gross and weird and alien and uncomfortable to talk about, which is why nobody, I don't know, why are people not interested in this? Where's the curiosity? Where's the curiosity? Why is no one curious about their own endocrine system? Why is nobody curious about the human body? Why does nobody care? Why is there no interest in this? Why is it like a weird little academic field of research and medical doctors and like a group of activists with agendas that came out? There's a fighting phrase. There's a whole fighting phrase that just came out. Why is no one curious? Why does no one want to learn how this shit works? When I say other people, in this case, I'm referring to everyone I've ever known and met, collectively. Out of the thousands upon tens of thousands of acquaintances I've made over the course of my 35-year life, I've not met a single person who is interested in, curious, like read up on, practices things using the endocrine system. I don't know a single person. Why? Where's the curiosity? Why does no one? Where is it? It's gone. It's absent. It's like it's a weird quirk of I guess my life. I guess it's a weird quirk of my life then, isn't it? Because I didn't go to medical school. I went to school for computer science and engineering. I dropped out my senior year. I did startups for 7 years. I moved back home. And then I started to care about the endocrine system when I moved back home in 2019. So when I first started to get curious and interested, and I wondered things about the human body. The human body is fascinating and mysterious and complex. It is one of the most complex systems. Like one human body, in terms of just complexity, there's a whole complexity theory thing. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of entropy or whatever. Your body is very complex compared to like anything around you. Bunch of shit going on here. So as part of my life story, that's when I started to get interested about 7 years ago. And like, how does the human body work? What's going on in there? What's in me? What's moving? Why do I feel this way? Why do I want to do this? And the very first thing I discovered about 7 years ago is that the endocrine system is foundational to your subjective experience of reality. What you feel when you feel hunger or thirst or pain or shame or embarrassment, or you feel like getting jiggy with it. You feel that kind of, you feel all that kind of stuff. Everything that you feel, everything that you feel in your body is influenced by endocrines, influenced by hormones. And the endocrine system is the first stop. It's like the first train on the, like, okay, I was I was I've gained a new interest in how the human body works. Um, it's mysterious and fascinating and complex, and I want to learn more. The first stop is the endocrine system, because that tells you everything, almost. Tells you everything medically related to the subjective experience of living life, your feelings, your emotions, your responses, your habits. Um, it literally it boils down to the endocrine system. Now, the endocrine system, I learned from I had a doctor friend from high school who is a really good friend. Um, he and I had a conversation about 3 or 4 years ago, and I was asking him about this because he's a trained medical doctor. He is a really cool medical doctor in New York. um, Doxing personal friend details is not good. That's there's something there. Anyway, that's a mark. It's a mark against this recording. Whenever things come out, so there's fighting words, there's loaded terms, and then there's personal details. Those are three things that tend to come out when I'm like being open and honest. But it's vague enough. I have a doctor friend in New York. He's a badass. It's not enough to dox him, probably. We had a conversation about this 3.5 years ago, and I was really curious about it. I was like sending him some of my dumb thoughts that I was Googling about the endocrine system. And I was like, hey, what sounds smart here? What should I learn about? And he told me that the endocrine system is like one of the first systems of the body. It's one of the oldest. It's one of the in terms of current medical understanding, in terms of like the current corpus of medical understanding of the human body. And I'll refer to, I'm sorry, this is a distinction. I'm going to refer to the field of Western medicine. Ooh, okay. In this collected body of medical research, like the whole lineage, right? There's the field of medicine develops over time. Every decade, researchers and physicians and everyone involved in the like academic publishing research medicine pipeline, whatever this whole thing is. I'm just leaving this as the modern medical establishment is what we'll call it. It changes. It evolves over time. Every decade, the modern medical establishment learns new things. They do new research. They do tests. They do meta-analyses. They'll look at there will be researchers that look at lots of different scientific papers. They analyze the results of that and they combine it into a meta-analysis, which is like, here's an updating of like the current state of the art in the fields based off of all of the smart medical professionals and researchers in the modern medical establishment. And so if you go back decade by decade, one of the earliest, most solid, like most reproducible, there's a reproducibility crisis. There's in this modern medical establishment, there's this thing called the reproducibility crisis. Go have fun. But if you go back to the 1910s, like basically most of what we know about the endocrine system today is like pretty matched up with what we knew about the endocrine system in 1910. It's out of all of the domains within the modern medical establishment, the field of endocrinology, there's like a tiny little dot here, is my entry point. This is where I can interface with me personally. My worldview, my interests, my experience, who I am as a person, not a medical doctor. Never had medical training. I've never been to medical school. I am a former pothead that has spent 5 to 10 years reading abstract, complicated medical and scientific papers. Like I've read a lot of crap, and it's not formal training. It's just there's a lot of it's a haphazard, idiosyncratic download of like a bunch of different snippets from the modern medical establishment. So I'm not a medical doctor. I've never been trained. I've never went to any kind of medical school. I have no license or certification or any kind of formal. I have no credential. I'm not anything like a doctor at all. I'm a human being. I'm an autodidact. I read a lot of shit on the internet. And there you go. Mark number 4, just unnecessary comment. Okay. The field of endocrinology, in the Venn diagram between me and the modern medical establishment, the field of endocrinology is one where like I would love to go to medical school and learn about the field of endocrinology. It is the domain that I respect the most, that matches that. Anyway, whatever. It's a solid, authentic, timeless, important, and highly relevant field of study to every single human being alive. And my because I've said a lot of negative things about the modern medical establishment in the past. Mea culpa. My mea culpa here is I maybe should have tried to train to become an endocrinologist. I maybe should have tried to do that 7 years ago. It might have been a good thing to do. So I, like everyone else, have challenges in life that are related to the endocrine system. And as I navigate lots of other challenges, just ordinary life challenges, relationships, this is the biggest challenge. Probably, it's always the biggest challenge. I'm happy for relationships to be my biggest challenge in life, for sure. Outside of relationships, I have challenges that are directly related to my own endocrine system. And I refuse to become anything other than a man. I refuse. I refuse. It felt really good earlier when I was out there lifting weights, and I was like trying to activate hypertrophy. I've not. It's been a while since I've lifted weights, so my arms look how gangly and weak my arms are, dog. Look at that shit. Look at this shit. Look at my torso. Like my whole body proportions are way out of shape. I got fucking fat on my belly. A little bit of man tits. I got fat on the back of my lower back. My thighs are fucking very fat. My calves are like the one part of my body. I'm built like a horse. Being obese for a long time gives you really tight, strong calves. So like my calves are solid. Those are the only part of my body that like feels and is solidly manly is my calves. And my hands are okay. They're a little thin. Okay, I don't know. My feet are probably fine. My face, I have like puffy shit all around my face. Like my eyes are a little puffy. I got puffy cheeks. I got fucking puff going on. And I'm very habitually, we'll get into going over into psychology for 2 seconds. I'm habitually seeking approval. Um, I'm habitually seeking approval, and specifically, I'm habitually seeking approval from other men. I want other men to approve of me. And that's not a masculine trait, actually. It's not, unfortunately. It would be so nice if other men in my life approved of me. If they looked at me and were like, damn, that guy he's really being a man. He's really doing the thing that, people expect men to do. He's buckling up and taking on his challenges head on, and he's not worrying about what other people think, and he's making money and getting out there and fucking bitches and being a man. I want that approval from people. I want other men to approve of me. And my habit, I have such ingrained habits to treat sentences like that sarcastically, and to pretend to put distance from that truth and my expression of it, and it comes off as inauthentic. I don't know if people, I don't know what other people see, and I just started doing it again. I just started thinking about, do people think that I'm an authentic person? Is that important? Do I come off as authentic? Is it important that I come off as authentic? The reality is, in the dozens of relationships and thousands of acquaintances and the whole social worlds that I live in, the reality is, nobody. Here's the reality: nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about me. I'm not on anyone's giving a shit radar. I'm not. And why is that? This little thing called cause and effect is the reason for that. No. It's tempting to be sarcastic about it. It's tempting to treat this as a sarcastic, haha, funny problem that is, I got it all figured out. It's just people don't give a shit about me because I was a selfish asshole in the past. So if I say that, then maybe that's a good excuse for not getting out in the morning and doing just some basic fucking 8-pound dumbbell calisthenics. Like basic fucking shit. My arms are sore. My shoulders are sore from doing nothing, from stretching, from doing fucking mobility work, from doing basic fucking mobility work, which reads as feminine. Mobility work reads as feminine. I'm a fucking very fucking flexible guy. Because I do fucking little mobility exercises. And look how feminine this whole fucking body movement looks. I can do all this shit. I'm very fucking stretchy. Very fucking flexible. I don't have much strength. I don't have much actual strength powering these joints. It's just flexibility. And then the ultimate sarcastic comment is, why do you want to be a man? Why do you want to weight lift? Why do you want to build muscle? It's not a bad question. It's not. I was very into weightlifting a couple of years ago, and it felt awesome. I felt I was strong. I was actually, for the first time, I was like strong, and I was losing weight. and I was getting towards the body shape that I felt was gonna like lead me to happiness and all that bullshit. And it didn't fucking work at all. Um, so I've just been fucking. Now I look like this. Now I look like weird, disproportioned, overly flexible, unsure of himself goblin. That's what I look like. Is that Is that sarcasm? Is that being self-deprecating? Is that sarcastic? I think it's true. I would say, here's what I would like to say. I'd like to say, you tell me. I'd like to say, someone fucking tell me. That would require someone to watch this video. That would require someone to give a shit about me at all, which does not exist on this fucking planet because of my actions, because I've been a selfish asshole for 35 years. It's nice being flexible because it helps you be a better person around kids.